The ocean is a realm of mystery and terror filled with unfathomable creatures and conditions that can make anyone anxious in the open water. Whether it's monstrous sea life or unsettling phenomena, there are plenty of reasons to fear the deep. From terrifying sharks that appear out of nowhere to eerie underwater nettles, here are 20 frightening sea moments and encounters caught on camera. Number 20. The Black Sea Nettle. Jellyfish are already creepy enough, but some species are so terrifying they give you nightmares. The Black Sea Nettle is one such creature, found in the Pacific Ocean, off the western coast of Mexico. With its intricate lace-like tentacles, this jellyfish can grow to an intimidating 25 feet long. I don't know, its sting is known to be painful, and watching its tentacles undulate in the water, as if they have a mind of their own, is enough to make anyone's skin crawl. This strange, otherworldly being is a perfect example of nature's ability to design something both beautiful and terrifying in equal measure. Number 19. The Lion's Mane Jellyfish. The giant phantom jellyfish may be a formidable sight, but it is dwarfed by the colossal lion's mane jellyfish. Found in the frigid waters off northern Europe, these behemoths can grow up to 100 feet long. That's about the same length as the largest blue whale ever recorded. The lion's mane is not just big but deadly too, with tentacles that can cause severe pain to anyone unfortunate enough to come into contact with them. This jellyfish takes the prize for being the most intimidating species in the ocean, combining both size and a fearsome sting into one terrifying package. Number 18. The Squid Ink Mass. In December 2023, Australian diver Jules Casey encountered something truly strange while swimming in the turquoise waters off the Mornington Peninsula. A black, twisting mass floated in the water, changing shapes and creating an eerie spectacle. While it may look like a supernatural force, this inky formation was nothing more than a clump of squid ink. Cephalopods release ink to escape predators, a tactic that's harmless to humans but adds to the sense of unease when seen floating in such an odd and haunting form. The real mystery, though, is what scared the octopus away in the first place, what lurks deeper beneath the surface. Number 17. The Whale Watching Surprise. Whale watching is a popular and exciting activity, but what if the whales were watching you instead? In 2018, a group of surfers off Dini State Beach in California found themselves in the midst of a fascinating yet unnerving encounter. A curious whale swam right up to them, rising to the surface just feet away and releasing a plume of mist from its blowhole. While gray whales are known for their inquisitive nature, the size and power of these animals can still be intimidating. They're more likely to be interested in feeding on small shrimp and seaworms than humans. But an unexpected face-to-face meeting with a creature that can grow up to 50 feet is enough to make anyone feel small. Number 16. The Haunting Kryz Lake. Not all ocean horrors are natural. Some are created by human hands. At the bottom of Kryz Lake in Himwar, Germany, you'll find an eerie post-apocalyptic landscape. What was once a chalk mine is now a submerged site with ghostly sunken trees and abandoned vehicles, all frozen in time. Some of the older, original mine structures were left in place when the site was flooded in the 1970s, while more modern additions were placed over the years to create an unnerving diving environment. Adding to the spooky atmosphere is a massive, lifelike replica of a great white shark, positioned in such a way that from the right angle, it appears ready to devour unsuspecting divers. Despite its realism, however, this shark statue doesn't quite compare to another one found at the bottom of Wink Lake in Oregon. Now it's time for today's topic. A National Geographic documentary team diving near the remote waters of the Solomon Islands has reported a terrifying encounter with a massive shark, larger than anything they've documented in decades. The team, on a mission to explore uncharted underwater ecosystems, was caught off guard when the enormous predator emerged from the depths. Described as over 30 feet long, the shark's sheer size and power were unlike anything the divers had ever seen. Its aggressive behavior added to the terror, as it circled the team's submersible and repeatedly bumped into it, testing its strength. It was like it was warning us to leave its territory, one diver recounted. The shark's appearance was equally shocking. Its body was scarred, its fins unusually large and its teeth jagged and oversized, suggesting it was a deep-sea predator adapted to extreme conditions. Experts reviewing the footage are stunned. This could be an entirely new species or a relic of a prehistoric lineage. One marine biologist speculated. The encounter has sparked global fascination and fear, with many wondering if this massive shark is a one-time anomaly or evidence of undiscovered giants lurking in the ocean's depth. For now, the team's footage serves as a chilling reminder of the mysteries that still lie beneath the waves. Number 15. The Devil's Hole Whirlpool. In Greek mythology, the terrifying sea monster Charybdis was said to create deadly whirlpools that would swallow entire ships. While such stories were once dismissed as fiction, a real-life version exists, and it's just as frightening. In 2021, TikTok user Olivia Farr captured dramatic footage while on a jet boat tour near Sonora Island, British Columbia. The region is known for its turbulent waters, and the whirlpools formed by cross-flowing currents are a frequent occurrence. Locals have named one of these swirling vortices the Devil's Hole, and it's easy to see why. The powerful water spirals down into a dark abyss, resembling the mythical maw of Charybdis. The force of these whirlpools can be dangerous, and if you find yourself caught in one, escaping becomes nearly impossible. Maelstroms, the most intense and deadly whirlpools on Earth, can pull even the strongest swimmers under, trapping them with no clear direction to the surface. While experienced jet boat drivers can navigate these monstrous pools, the idea of being swept away in a kayak sounds like a nightmare. It's a terrifying reminder of the ocean's raw power hidden beneath the seemingly calm surface. Number 14. The Saddlettail Grouper Incident. You may be familiar with the fear of monstrous creatures lurking in the deep, but some ocean encounters are unexpectedly close to the surface. In June 2023, Australian diver Dean Kropp was exploring the Coral Sea off the northeastern coast of Australia when an unnerving event occurred. As he was enjoying the reef, a massive saddletail grouper swam up and attempted to devour him. These groupers are carnivorous and can grow up to 602 feet long, which is certainly intimidating when you're face to face with one. While the grouper didn't manage to take a bite out of the diver, it's a stark reminder that some ocean predators may not distinguish between humans and their usual prey. This rare but startling encounter serves as a reminder that even seemingly peaceful waters can hide dangerous creatures waiting for the chance to make a meal of whatever crosses their path. Number 13. The Giant Pacific Octopus Encounter. If you're not already wary of the ocean's alien-like inhabitants, let me tell you about the giant Pacific octopus. In 2022, Canadian diver Andrea Humphreys had an unsettling encounter while exploring the waters off Campbell River in British Columbia. As she was touring the seafloor, a curious giant Pacific octopus closed in and wrapped its massive tentacles around her camera. Though the octopus didn't display aggressive behavior, this interaction serves as a reminder of the power and danger of these creatures. Giant Pacific octopuses can have arm spans of up to 30 feet, and their hard, beak-like mouths can deliver powerful bites. In addition, the octopus can inject venom into wounds, adding to the risk. Their suction cups are incredibly strong, making it difficult to remove them if they latch onto you or your equipment, increasing the potential for dangerous situations. While unprovoked attacks on humans are rare, this close call shows just how unsettling these cephalopods can be. After seeing what happened to Humphreys' camera, it's safe to say I'll be keeping my distance from any curious octopi. Number 12. The Greenland Shark. Let me introduce you to one of the most mysterious and ancient creatures of the deep, the Greenland Shark. This massive predator can grow up to 23 feet long and weigh over a ton, moving at a pace so slow it's almost eerie. It lurks in the frigid depths of the North Atlantic and Arctic Oceans, where it thrives thanks to cold temperatures and a sluggish metabolism. The real kick: the Greenland shark may live for more than 500 years, meaning some of these creatures could have been swimming around while Henry VIII was busy with his matrimonial adventures. The shark's long lifespan is partly due to the cold waters preserving it, but its age-old zombie-like appearance is further amplified by an eye parasite that leaves many of these sharks virtually blind. To add another twist, the shark's flesh is highly toxic to mammals, containing trimethylamine N-oxide, a compound that helps it withstand extreme cold water pressure and bacterial infections. Yet in Iceland, its meat is prepared in a very specific way, fermented to reduce its toxicity, where it's enjoyed by locals despite its pungent, bitter flavor. Likened to strong blue cheese, quite the acquired taste, wouldn't you say? Number 11. The Mystery of the Great Blue Hole. While black holes in space are among the most fascinating and terrifying phenomena in the universe, there's a counterpart right here on Earth that's equally as daunting. Deep in the Caribbean Sea lies the Great Blue Hole, a massive marine sinkhole near Lighthouse Reef, Belize. Formed during the last ice age, this enormous chasm is over 1,000 feet wide and 410 feet deep. Though its vast emptiness is unsettling on its own, it's what lies beneath the surface that makes the Great Blue Hole truly chilling. In 2018, a team of explorers led by Richard Branson descended into the hole to map its interior. As they went deeper, the marine life around them dwindled, and by 300 feet, they reached a thick layer of toxic hydrogen sulfide, which has blocked oxygen from reaching the lower depth. At the bottom, they found the eerie remains of crabs, conchs, and other creatures that had fallen in, unable to escape the lack of oxygen. Even more disturbing, they discovered the bodies of 2 divers who had vanished years before. Their deaths may have been caused by nitrogen narcosis, a condition that can occur at great depths where the nitrogen in a diver's air supply begins to dissolve into their bloodstream, impairing judgment and causing a state similar to intoxication. In such an environment, divers can easily become disoriented and make fatal mistakes. The Great Blue Hole is a reminder that the ocean's depths can be just as dangerous as any fiery abyss in the cosmos. Number 10. The Goblin Shark. What do you get when you mix folklore's most terrifying gremlin with the ocean's most feared predator? You get the Goblin Shark, with its distinctive retractable jaw that slides out from its face. This nightmare of the deep is enough to make anyone uneasy. Goblin sharks can grow up to 15 feet long and dive to depths of more than 4,000 feet, where they prey on whatever unlucky creature crosses their path. Their long, flattened snouts are covered in electroreceptors, allowing them to detect the faint electrical signals emitted by prey, even in the pitch-black depths. When the goblin shark strikes, its jaw extends forward with lightning speed, creating a vacuum that sucks in its prey. This unique feeding mechanism is so bizarre that it has been compared to something out of a science fiction movie. Fossil evidence suggests that goblin sharks have remained relatively unchanged for millions of years, earning them the nickname living fossils. Despite their grotesque appearance, they are slow-moving and relatively docile, relying on stealth and ambush tactics rather than speed to catch their prey. Their pinkish, translucent skin, which reveals the blood vessels beneath, only adds to their eerie, otherworldly look. Despite their grotesque appearance and fearsome hunting capabilities, goblin sharks have never been known to attack humans. Still, it's hard to ignore the sheer terror of its alien-like features. If you've ever thought deep-sea creatures couldn't get worse, the goblin shark proves otherwise. But believe it or not, there's another sea creature lurking in the depths that might just be even creepier: the megamouth shark. Discovered relatively recently in 1976, this creature can dive to mind-boggling depths of up to 15,000 feet. It's a filter feeder, sifting through the water for plankton, but its eerie glowing mouth attracts its prey by reflecting light from bioluminescent plankton, luring them to their doom.
Number 9. The megamouth shark. The megamouth shark is an underwater giant that could rival the goblin shark in terms of its unnerving qualities. Discovered only in 1976, this strange creature is a deep-sea dweller known to venture to incredible depths of 15,000 feet. The name megamouth comes from its enormous, gaping mouth, which it opens wide as it glides through the water, filtering plankton and small organisms. Its mouth has a silvery, reflective coating that attracts plankton, drawing them into its cavernous throat like moths to a flame. As one of the rarer creatures in the ocean, there have been fewer than 300 reported sightings of the megamouth since its discovery. The largest specimen ever captured measured 23 feet in length, but who knows how large these deep-sea giants could actually grow. The more we learn about these mysterious creatures, the more unsettling the ocean seems. If you find the thought of these creatures unnerving, you're not alone. The megamouth's strange feeding habits and eerie appearance make it one of the most bizarre deep-sea creatures to ever be discovered. Number 8. The kelp forests of Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara, California is known for its stunning beaches, palm trees, and temperate waters. But before you take the plunge into the North Pacific to catch some waves, there's something you should know about what's lurking beneath the surface. The ocean floor here is home to enormous kelp forests, sprawling patches of seaweed that can grow up to 100 feet tall. These towering plants create an underwater labyrinth, a home to thousands of marine creatures, from small fish to larger predators. Divers exploring these forests often encounter sea lions darting playfully through the kelp, but they also risk running into more intimidating residents, like leopard sharks or even the occasional great white. The dense canopy of kelp blocks out sunlight, casting eerie shadows that make it difficult to distinguish friend from foe. Strong currents can tangle swimmers or divers in the kelp, creating a real hazard for those who aren't careful. The forests are also teeming with strange alien-like creatures, such as translucent jellyfish and camouflaged octopuses, adding to the otherworldly atmosphere. Despite the potential dangers, kelp forests are vital ecosystems, providing shelter and food for countless marine species. For those brave enough to venture into their depths, the experience is both breathtaking and unnerving. Swimming through a kelp forest can feel disorienting, especially when visibility is low. The tall, swaying seaweed makes it easy to lose your bearings and become overwhelmed by the strange, eerie feeling of being surrounded. Imagine swimming at night in these waters, your foot accidentally brushing against one of the bristly kelp tendrils. There's no escaping that spine-chilling sensation. Though kelp forests may not be inherently dangerous, their ominous maze-like quality can be enough to trigger a sense of unease. Number 7. The whale shark close call. Imagine being stalked by a massive creature in the ocean, one so enormous it barely fits into your frame of reference. In January 2022, Reddit user Fancy Zoidberg posted a chilling image of himself while touring the Gulf of California, not realizing a massive shape was shadowing him. At first glance, it's unclear what the creature is, but its large size and presence are undeniable. Some Reddit users speculated it might be a manatee or dolphin, while others feared it could be a deadly predator like a great white shark. The sheer size of the shadow in the water sent shivers down the spines of viewers, with many commenting on how small and vulnerable humans are in the vastness of the ocean. Zoidberg later admitted that he hadn't noticed the creature at all during the dive, making the discovery even more unsettling in hindsight. Whale sharks, while harmless, can still be intimidating due to their immense size and the way they silently glide through the water. Their spotted patterns, unique to each individual, make them one of the most visually striking creatures in the ocean. Encounters like this highlight the awe-inspiring beauty of marine life, but also serve as a reminder of how little we truly know about what lurks beneath the surface. As the mystery deepened, Zoidberg shared a second image revealing the creature to be a whale shark, the largest fish on the planet. Whale sharks grow up to 60 feet long, with enormous mouths that can cause concern for even seasoned divers. However, despite their size, these gentle giants are filter feeders, consuming plankton, not people. Their throats are too narrow to swallow a human, so even if you found yourself in the belly of the beast, you'd likely just be stuck, unable to escape. Still, that's one encounter you'd rather avoid. Number 6. The Lightless Depths. Did you know that sunlight only reaches about 9% of the ocean's total depth? To put it into perspective, visible light only penetrates around 700 feet deep in the water. That's a tiny fraction, just 2% of the ocean's entire depth, leaving the vast majority of the ocean in perpetual darkness. What lies in this abyssal blackness is something you might not want to know about. Deep in the ocean, creatures have adapted to thrive in a world without light, and some of them are straight out of a nightmare. Take, for example, the deep-sea hatchetfish. This horrifying little creature can be found at depths of around 3,000 feet. Its unsettling appearance, with lifeless, bulging eyes that constantly scan the dark waters above, is enough to give anyone chills. The hatchetfish's body is covered in silvery mirror-like scales that reflect light, making it nearly invisible to predators lurking below. It also uses bioluminescent organs on its underside to mimic the faint light filtering down from above, a clever camouflage technique known as counter-illumination. This adaptation allows it to blend seamlessly into its surroundings, avoiding detection by both predators and prey. Despite its small size, the hatchetfish is a skilled hunter, feeding on tiny crustaceans and plankton that drift through the water. Its ability to survive in such an extreme environment is a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of life in the deep sea. While the hatchetfish is only 1 to 5 inches long, its otherworldly look is a constant reminder of how alien and terrifying the ocean's depths can be. Just the thought of such creatures lurking in the darkness is enough to make anyone hesitant about venturing too far beneath the surface. Number 5. The Haunted Aquarium Discovery. For most people, aquariums offer a chance to experience the ocean's beauty from the safety of land. But for French urban explorer Julien Guéret, an abandoned aquarium in Spain became the gateway to a chilling discovery. While exploring the forgotten building in 2022, Guéret stumbled upon something truly disturbing. Inside one of the old broken tanks, she found the dried-out remains of a reef shark. This small creature had been preserved with chemicals, its body now decaying and taking on a grotesque zombie-like appearance. The tank itself was cracked and covered in algae, with rusted metal frames adding to the eerie atmosphere of neglect. Gary noted that the shark's lifeless eyes seemed to stare back at her as if frozen in time, amplifying the unsettling nature of the find. The room was filled with the faint smell of decay, a haunting reminder of the aquarium's abandonment and the lives that were left behind. It's believed that the shark may have been part of an exhibit that was never properly dismantled when the facility shut down. The discovery sparked outrage among animal rights activists, who criticized the lack of accountability in maintaining or responsibly closing such establishments. The condition of the shark was unsettling, with its once lively form now a shadow of its former self. Though it's unclear how long the shark had been left to rot in the tank, the sight was a stark reminder of how the ocean's creatures can be mistreated and forgotten. This eerie find may seem like an isolated case, but it serves as a reminder of the dark side of oceanic exploration, where even something as simple as an abandoned aquarium can hide secrets that make your skin crawl. Number 4. The Tiger Shark Encounter. In May 2023, Hawaiian angler Scott Hiaguchi was fishing from his kayak in the shallows near Kauai, Hawaii, when he had an encounter he'll never forget. While casting his line, a 20-foot tiger shark suddenly rammed into his kayak, clamping its jaws around the side of the boat. In an adrenaline-fueled moment, Hiaguchi managed to shove the shark away with his foot, sending it off into the deep blue. Witnesses on shore later described the scene as both terrifying and surreal, with the shark's massive dorsal fin cutting through the water like a knife. Hiaguchi later admitted that he had never felt so vulnerable, sitting just inches above the water in his small kayak. Experts believe the shark's behavior was likely driven by curiosity or hunger, as tiger sharks are known to investigate anything unusual in their environment. The encounter highlights the importance of remaining calm in such situations, as panicking could have easily escalated the attack. Despite the close call, Hiaguchi said he felt a deep respect for the shark, acknowledging that he was in its territory. It's believed the shark confused the kayak for prey, especially considering that a wounded seal had been seen in the area shortly before. Tiger sharks are notorious for their lack of discernment when it comes to food. Unlike great whites, which tend to bite and then retreat, tiger sharks are known for sticking around to investigate further, even if they've taken a bite of something that isn't on the menu. They have one of the highest numbers of recorded unprovoked attacks on humans, second only to great white. You won't catch me floating in the open sea in a flimsy kayak as shark bait, that's for sure. Number 3. The Wink Lake Shark Statue. Wink Lake in Oregon plays host to one of the most unsettling shark statues you'll ever encounter. At 18 feet long, this plastic sculpture of a great white may not be as lifelike as its Kryz counterpart, but it's no less terrifying. Surrounded by the lake's murky green waters, the statue seems to embody our primal fears of the ocean's dark unknown depth. The eerie placement of the statue, partially submerged and hidden beneath the surface, makes it easy to mistake for a real predator at first glance. Divers who have encountered the statue often describe the experience as both thrilling and unnerving, especially when the shark suddenly looms into view through the cloudy water. The statue's jagged teeth and menacing posture are designed to evoke the image of a great white in mid-attack, adding to its unsettling presence. Local legends have even sprung up around the statue, with some claiming it was placed there as a warning or tribute to a mysterious event that occurred in the lake's past. While it's clearly an artificial creation, the statue's lifelike size and placement make it a magnet for urban myths and ghost stories. Some visitors have reported feeling an inexplicable sense of dread while swimming near the statue, as if the cold, murky water itself is alive with hidden dangers. The combination of art and fear has turned the shark statue into a unique attraction, drawing curious adventurers and thrill-seekers to Wink Lake. The murky waters, combined with the oversized teeth and rough texture of the shark, play on our imagination, creating an almost supernatural effect that makes it look like something out of a nightmare. In an environment where visibility is poor, the ominous figure of the shark feels far more real than it should. Number 2. The terrifying Bobbit Worm. Imagine a creature that lives in total darkness beneath the ocean floor, moving like a shadow and ready to strike at a moment's notice. Meet the Bobbit Worm, a predatory creature found in the Atlantic and Indo-Pacific Oceans. This 10-foot-long sleek worm spends most of its time hidden in the seafloor, using sensitive antennae to detect vibrations from prey swimming by. Its burrow, often lined with mucus and sand, acts as both a hiding spot and a trap, allowing it to remain undetected until the perfect moment to strike. The bobbit worm's jaws are not only powerful but also serrated, ensuring that prey has little chance of escape once caught. Some researchers believe that the worm's ambush tactics are so effective that it can even sever its prey in half with a single strike. Its ability to regenerate damaged body parts makes it a resilient predator, capable of surviving injuries that would kill most other creatures. Despite its terrifying hunting methods, the bobbit worm plays a crucial role in the ecosystem by controlling populations of smaller marine animals. When it senses movement, the worm strikes with lightning speed. Its jaws snap shut like a bear trap, dragging unsuspecting fish, crustaceans, and even octopuses into the sand, where they meet a swift end. It's an ambush predator of the worst kind. But that's not all. This creature's body is covered in venomous bristles that can cause intense burning pain and even permanent numbness if touched. The thought of stepping on the seafloor and encountering one of these silent assassins is enough to make anyone reconsider a beach day. With its horrifying appearance and lethal speed, the bobbit worm is one sea creature best avoided at all costs. Number 1. The Stargazer Fish. You might think you're safe in shallow waters, but think again. Meet the Stargazer Fish, a terrifying creature that blends perfectly with the ocean floor. There are about 50 species of stargazers, found both in deep and shallow waters around the world. These fish have a unique way of hiding themselves. They bury their bodies in the sand and wait patiently for prey to swim by. Their upward-facing eyes and flat heads are perfectly adapted for this ambush strategy, allowing them to remain almost completely hidden while keeping a close watch on their surroundings. Stargazers are opportunistic predators, feeding on a variety of prey including small fish, crustaceans, and even unsuspecting squid. Their ability to strike with lightning speed makes them one of the most efficient hunters in their environment. Some species are known to emit a low-frequency hum or vibration, which may help them communicate or attract prey in the murky depth. Despite their fearsome reputation, stargazers play an important role in maintaining the balance of marine ecosystems by controlling populations of smaller species. Some species of stargazers even lure in their victims by wiggling a worm-like appendage above their heads, mimicking the movements of prey. When something gets close, the stargazer strikes, creating a vacuum with its mouth that sucks in its prey. These fish may not be large, with most species growing no bigger than 18 inches, but they still pose a threat. Stargazers are equipped with venomous spines on their backs that can inject excruciating pain into anyone unlucky enough to step on them. In addition, they can deliver mild electrical shocks, similar to an electric eel, making them a true danger in the water. So next time you dip your toes into the ocean, think twice. Stargazers could be lurking below. Are you more or less afraid of the sea after watching this video? Let us know in the comments below. See you in the next video.